everybody, and welcome to WakeUpToLife.tv with Kelsey
and Karen. There's such a thing as universal laws that we're very familiar with. Well, most of us are. I mean, we're very aware of man-made laws, but there's also universal laws that cannot be broken. We can break man-made laws, but universal laws? No. Doesn't matter what we think, what we believe in, what we do. Universal laws are here. And the more we learn about them, we can have more ease and grace in our life. Today we're going to be talking about the law of karma.
also known as
The law of cause and effect.
right.
Everything that we do has an effect.
Right.
And so we have cause and effect, and cause is the creation from thought to action, from thought to behavior patterns. And so however we are acting in our ordinary life, our everyday life, whether it is ordinary or extraordinary, we experience the consequences of our actions.
Right.
And so if they're fear-based actions, then we're going to be experiencing a little bit of suffering in our life.
Yes.
But if we have actions that are based on integrity and truth, based on love, then we're going to experience more positive, fulfilling effects in our life.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about, karma is a word that people throw around a lot.
Yes.
And but there's also ties with, if you believe in reincarnation, through karma having happened in previous lifetimes. So there may be some incidences that we're working on in this lifetime that we don't even realize. So maybe talk a little bit about
That's so true, Kelsey. I find that there's individuals that are experiencing a very tragic experience or a tragic event in their life, and family and friends, because they're so emotionally involved, they cannot see the bigger picture. And so I'm always reminding my clients or whoever I'm talking to is that no matter what we're experiencing, if it's a tragic event or a traumatic event, is that we have to remember that our soul is eternal. And we could be experiencing the effects from a past lifetime.
Yeah.
So if we were greedy or mean or nasty in a past life in any way, if we set a trap for somebody in that lifetime, we're going to experience that trap in this lifetime for sure.
And then thinking about if we set a trap in this lifetime, that's a trap that we're going to have to go through in next lifetime. So, which is a nice, thinking about that, it's a great way to be more aware of how my actions can have an effect on others. So if I am being negative or quite mean to somebody, to know that is something that I'm going to have to be facing on the other side.
That's right.
Really gives me just cause for wanting to maybe stop my action.
Right.
So.
And we can experience those effects in this lifetime.
Yes.
And if we don't experience it in the now, then we're going to experience it eventually.
Yeah.
It comes around, and there's like I mentioned earlier, there's nothing that we can do, no matter how many prayers we send out there. We are going to experience those effects. So our advice to you is to make sure that you choose your cause so that you experience the greatest effect.
Yeah. And that's what goes with conscious living, like what we talk about all the time. Waking up, creating your day, being aware in the moment of what it is that your actions are.
Yes.
And so that you don't just play your life out by default. And then in the end, have these consequences occur. The more aware we are of our actions in the moment and where they're coming from, whether from resentment or fear or love, hatred, all these different emotions, choosing to control the ones that are not best serving to ourselves and others, really reaps better rewards in the end anyway, based on law of karma.
Yes.
So it again goes back to being conscious in the moment. What am I doing that could have an effect on myself and others?
And that's why it's so important, I think, to really just say yes to spiritual fulfillment. Say yes to personal development, and to just allow for that journey to unfold and that deepening process. And as you deepen in understanding who you are, then only then can you understand why you're behaving the way you behave, or why you say the things you say, or why you act the way you do. And sometimes we don't even know why we're acting the way we're acting, because it's suppressed memories from this lifetime or past previous life or a parallel reality. Right? And so the more you know who you are, then the more, as Kelsey mentioned, the more conscious you become, and with every moment, life is going to be not necessarily testing us, but life is going to give us opportunities, moments where we can say yes or no, based on our own values and our own morals and our own standards.
Well, and also being conscious and awake and choosing our lives, what comes up for me is that we can be more aware of the actions that don't serve us. For example, the work that I've done on myself through meditation and just being very conscious of how I'm being in certain areas and the effects that I have been able to, in the moment, stop myself and go, I choose not to do that right now. At times, there are times that it escapes me and it doesn't occur, but what has happened in the last year has allowed me to know with a certainty that there are things that I don't do anymore. And it's just not even in my realm of consciousness. They have actually fallen away. It's not in existence. I do not behave like that anymore. And it is through conscious living. For someone to say, I am this way and that's the only way I am, and I'm stuck like that, it was the way I was born, or whatever keeps us in that little box that we live in, that's a myth. And by consciously choosing ourselves to experience life being outside the box and being uncomfortable will actually change our reality in the future.
Yes. Ditto.
So cause and effect, it's being conscious in the moment and actually knowing that our actions, conscious actions, can have incredible, fulfilling rewards.
Oh, definitely. And it doesn't matter what age you are.
Yes, so true.
You can change your life for the better. It really doesn't matter, and it's you having that desire, that conscious desire, and it's like it's not really a want, but more of it's
knowingness.
It's a knowingness. It's your heart's passion for life. And as you allow that to come through, with everything you do, you will be so amazed at, as Kelsey mentioned too, that how you were acting before, it's naturally going to fall away as you make conscious choices to live a better life and to become a better human being.
And I'm just going to share this quick story because there was, this idea of moving to Costa Rica for myself, and I came across
a beautiful idea.
And I came across my chiropractor, who was like, "Oh, if only I would have done that 20 years ago." So that was his belief system. And I went, like I'm 30 and single, like all these things, and I have that ability to do that. Well, about a week later, my travel agent said the same thing. Oh, if only I could do it. Now get this, she's 20 years younger than my chiropractor. So I'm just going, you know what? Like the if only doesn't exist, because, in 20 years from now, the travel agent would have said it, and it's just thinking the opportunity exists now. And whatever stops us in believing that it can't happen, that's all up here. The myths and the belief systems are all an illusion. So fall them away, or try something different, try something new, get yourself out of the box to really test your belief system and actually, question your beliefs.
And that's a big one.
And once you can face a belief head on and realize that doesn't serve you, you can let it go, and then actually have a new set of a clarity in front of you, and new possibilities will be created in that moment because of just a new shift in your perspective. So,
and I know as well that as you spiral up into higher living and higher ways of being, you actually release the law of karma from your life, because in a negative way. because you're living in truth now. You're living in harmony and love, and it's that freedom frequency that is there for all of us, and that's the happiness, and now it's as you move through and allow that energy to be a part of you, you release all the negativity in your world, and you never have to worry about, if there's a murder or a rapist or anything like that we could fear in those lower worlds of fear. We never have to worry about anything like that, because we're going to be on different vibrations, different frequencies.
It's like they're over here living their life and you're over here.
Yes.
You will not meet.
Exactly.
It's not possible. It's like a magnet that detracts from each other.
That's right. Yeah.
And I also want to mention too that if people are more interested in this subject and more about vibrations and that, to get your book. Like your book has such a great package and it's an incredible reading experience. How many chapters?
7 chapters.
7 chapters.
Yeah.
And they're all, and it's a great, it's like a manual. So,
it is.
Yeah.
It's a life guide.
Yeah. And it's got tons of information about law of attraction and vibration and frequency and really how to spiral up into consciousness. So highly recommend that. So we're going to put a link on our website. Well, it's already there now, but we're going to put it on the front page just so that it's accessible to people. And just go to wakeuptolife.tv and you can just download your book. $17, right?
It is.
It's awesome. So
That's
and
it.
you have
And
it.
100 pages.
Yeah, but it's so great because then you can just have it and it's something anyone can refer to just to get that little when sometimes you just want to tap of inspiration for the day. It's great to just grab a chapter and whatever you read it can be inspiring for the day and go off. Live your life in karma.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And again, Kelsey and I, we really want to let you in on that secret of life is you choose your causes in life. So be for a cause that you know is going to serve yourself and others in a very positive way. And you will reap the benefits from that very, very much so.
Absolutely.
So, yes.
That's
why hi.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And, of course, next week we'll have another exciting episode for you. And just want to say thank you to everybody that's been commenting and subscribing. We just love it. And I feel so grateful. I really enjoyed doing this with you. So it just makes it even more worthwhile knowing that we're getting the message out. So
And from people from all
over the world.
It's so,
yeah.
my chakras just...
Yeah. Our auras are glowing.
Definitely. We so appreciate you. Thank you so much. And until next week, namaste.
Namaste.